The story of America doesn't start with a flag, but with a journey. For thousands of years, Native American tribes lived on this vast land. But everything changed in 1492. Christopher Columbus, an Italian explorer funded by Spain, set sail to find a route to Asia. Instead, he landed in the Americas. This discovery opened the doors for European powers like England, France, and Spain to establish colonies. By the mid-1700s, Great Britain had established 13 colonies along the Atlantic coast. Life was settled, but tension was brewing. Why did the Americans want to break away? The answer is simple: taxes. Great Britain had spent a lot of money on wars and expected the American colonists to pay for it. The British Parliament passed acts like the Stamp Act and the Tea Act without the colonists' consent. This led to the famous slogan, "No taxation without representation." Protests turned into movements, and incidents like the Boston Tea Party showed that the people were ready to fight for their rights. In 1775, the American Revolutionary War began. A year later, leaders like Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and John Adams gathered in Philadelphia. They wrote a document that would change history, the Declaration of Independence. On July 4, 1776, the Continental Congress officially adopted it. This document declared that the 13 colonies were no longer part of the British Empire. They were the United States of America. It was a bold move, a declaration of war and a dream of freedom. Winning the war was only half the battle. Now, the new nation needed a rule of law. The first attempt was the Articles of Confederation, but it was too weak. So, in 1787, the Founding Fathers created the U.S. Constitution. This became the supreme law of the land, establishing a system of checks and balances. It was officially enacted on March 4, 1789. This Constitution is still the backbone of American democracy today, protecting the rights and freedoms of its citizens. With a new law in place, the nation needed a leader. There was only one man everyone trusted: George Washington. He had led the Continental Army to victory against the British. On April 30, 1789, George Washington was inaugurated as the first president of the United States. He refused to be a king and instead focused on building a republic. From those 13 small colonies, the United States grew into 50 states, becoming a global leader in technology, economy, and military power. And it all started with a dream of liberty.